All right, this is all you need to do. Google it. Now you know good and full well I'm not going to do you guys like that. So let's get ready to show up and show out. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button so you can get more videos like this to help you start, grow, and maintain your business. Let's get into it. Shout out to the nation out there. It's your girl, Deanna Diaz. I'm an entrepreneur that's here to give you business advice based on my experience. Today, we're going to talk about how to make sure that there's a demand for what you want to sell, whether it be a product or a service. All right, number one, make sure you know the product or service that you want to sell from the inside out. You should be able to regurgitate this information in your sleep or at any moment in time somebody asks you about your product or service. You should know if it's a product, how big it is it portable, things like that, the ease of use. If it's a service, how long is it going to take to get done? Does the client or customer need to be there while you perform the service? Can they come back to it? Is this something that needs to happen over time? Is there a series of services that that customer has to go through? This is something that you need to know front and back, side to side, crisscross, because you need to be able to explain the ease of service, the ease of use to your client or customer. So number one, make sure that you know the ins and outs of what you're trying to sell, whether it be a product or a service, all the way down to the tiniest detail. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is you need to identify your target market or audience. This means that you're going to find that specific group of people that is looking for your product or service. May not be you exactly, but they're looking for what you're offering. And this is how you find out who that group is. I have two examples for you. All right, for my first example, we're going to use a campsite. We already know that campsites provide outdoor service activities for people who come and park their RVs or pitch their tents or just pitch a cot, lay up underneath the stars. All right, so now you have your campsite where you service everybody. Now there's Christmas and Thanksgiving where we already know that those are holidays that are family focused. So you can go ahead and narrow it down to specialize in great holiday activities for families. So you got the season and the time, and you also got who, which is families. That narrows down your service to those people. So now you know how to market to those people. Come join us for family campfire songs. The best family for these activities win XYZ for our contest giveaway. Those are ways to market to those groups of people where you know you'll get the most results. All right. For my second example, I'm going to use My Boutique Bangles Boutique, which I'm actually reinventing at the moment. So when I first opened my store back in 2014, 2015, which was a brick and mortar in North Carolina, I wanted to, of course, sell clothes to all women. However, I had to narrow that down. So I chose the age group that I knew the most because that's me. I'm a millennial. So that's anybody born from 1981 to 1996. I know based off what I see and do, especially around my peers, that we like trends. We also like to set trends. We like color, and we're modern. So I cater to the modern millennial female. She likes to get up and look good. She likes to take time getting herself together. She likes nice, bold pieces or nice, bold statements. So that's how I narrowed down on what I wanted to sell in my boutique as far as clothing and accessories go. So mainly what you want to do after you've figured out who your target market or audience is, you want to align your efforts and grow a loyal following. Make sure that you're not changing the message. Once you have the message set, make sure you always stick to that message and keep pumping it out. You can find different ways to show this message, but make sure the message stays the same. You'll be able to grow a nice profit, have a nice profit margin if you continue this trend. All right, so my third tip for you guys is where to be seen. First of all, you definitely want to establish an online presence first and foremost. You definitely need to go ahead, set up all your social media business pages, Pinterest, Instagram, all those different pages, you have the option of setting it to a business profile. Snapchat, I think you have to pay for it. Don't quote me on that. For the most part, you can make a business page on social networks, and you really want to do that instead of having a normal page is because they actually show you the stats and the insights on what post is getting seen the most, what post has the most interactions, and things like that there. So you definitely want to take the time to check that out. That will help you grow in your business so you can know what your audience is receiving. Other places where you can be seen is in your community. Right now, during these times, it's the prime opportunity to be involved in your community. But don't just use community service or being involved in your community just for your business. Like I said, and like I state in my other previous videos, you actually want to be a decent person, a decent human being. People like people that are likable. 1 + 1 = 2, last time I checked. So you definitely want to make sure that you get involved in your communities, not just with community service. Get involved in your local government if you can. Make sure you get involved in the professional business sector of the city that you live in. Like for me, for example, in Erie, it's called the Young Erie Professionals. The 40 under 40, 30 under 30, 20 under 20, all those things are out there and will definitely help you network, all right? You definitely want to get involved with your church. You want to spread your message to your church, wherever that you fellowship at or receive the word at. Talking to those people, you never know who may want or need your service. If you are still working full-time like I am, you can go ahead and talk to people at your job. I'm not saying send out a whole email blast to all your coworkers, but make sure when you have those 15-minute breaks, those water breaks, those lunch breaks, pull them to the side or just have a casual conversation like, hey, have you heard about such and such product or service? Did you know that I'm offering that? This is my side gig. I want to bring in extra money for my family. You never know what the case may be. If you have already established rapport with this person, or if you are friends with that person, even if they don't use your service, they'll probably recommend it to somebody else that they know. Make sure you check my blog because I'm gonna have a list of places where you can leave your business card. And speaking of different places where you can leave your business card, make sure if you happen to be in casual conversation with somebody out in the street, you're standing in line with your mask on. I know it's gonna be a little difficult, but if you're standing in line and you happen to strike up that hi, how you doing conversation type thing, make sure that you slide in that business card. Don't be ashamed. Do not be ashamed, but don't feel no type of way if they spray it with hand sanitizer. It just is what it is right now. But don't be ashamed to sell yourself anywhere where you can, all right? Fourth and final tip for you guys is to dismiss any and everybody and everything you want to get them out of your circle. You can deal with them at a distance, but you want to definitely get them out of your circle, get them out of your headspace, because all they're going to do is bring you down and tear you down and discourage you. And I know, like I know you work real hard to get where you are, even just to put in the work just to get started. That's where a lot of people miss out, is they cannot start. They haven't started and they won't start. And that's why they will never reach the level of success that they know they can, because they don't get started. All right. So don't feel bad at any phase where you're at. But in every phase that you begin or get into, make sure that you are kicking people out along the way that do not need to be in your space, that is not bringing you any good to your space and to your business. Let's go ahead and get into this recap. Number 1, know thy product and service inside and out. Number 2, identify your target market. Number 3, where you can go to be seen. Know where you can go to be seen. And number 4, dismiss anything that is anti-you. And these are my tips on how you can make sure that the product or service that you want to sell online has a demand. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel to make sure that you get all the information you need to start and grow your business. Until next time, D Nation, you already know where to find me, and you already know that I love you.